Hey guys, welcome back. If you guys are returning, thank you so much. Today we are going to be jumping into spring cleaning and we are going to be starting in the kitchen. So if that's something you need to do, just hang on because we're going to get right into it. Okay, so I went ahead and started by making my spring cleaning checklist. And basically what I did is I just went online and I looked for people who had already kind of done up a list, like a printout. And so that's where I started. But first, I needed to kind of clean up the kitchen from the morning's dishes, and then we'll get into it. So something fun that I learned last week is I did not know the Scrub Daddy's eyes and mouth were actually meant to be used in this way. I saw someone else do it and I was like, oh my gosh, this whole time I've been using it just as a regular scrub brush. So yeah, you can stick your forks and stuff into all the eyes and the holes and what have you. Also, I did change out the Scrub Daddy at the end of the video. Here I am just refilling my dish soap. I have a reusable container. My goal is to try to keep buying the bagged dish soaps so I stop buying bottles. That's my goal. Okay, so we are going to be sharing real life here. This is the top of the cabinets, and I just about died when I got on the ladder. I had to pull out the ladder because I'm not tall enough to get up on here, but can you see the dust that's sitting on the ledge and inside? Now, to be completely honest, I've probably never talked about this on any of my cleaning videos, but I have a lot of dizziness and like vertigo issues. So I did about 2 of these cabinets, and then I had to call it quits because I was really high on this ladder and I didn't feel safe. I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm not careful, I'm going to fall off this ladder. So it's okay sometimes to, not complete the job. I'm just going to have my husband help me with this, or maybe my daughter, or, I'm going to have to call in some help for this. Also, it is really dusty up there, so it would have, I needed the big ladder, and I know I can't get that by myself. So sometimes it's okay to just call it, but at least I was able to get the spider webs, and you can see me right here. I'm hanging on for dear life to the cabinet as I'm climbing up. But yeah, I tried to do the best that I could, but it just shows that, you can try your best, and then if it doesn't work out, it's okay. Just do the best you can and then call in reinforcements. So if you have a really dusty spot like the rim of this cabinet here, I would suggest trying a vacuum first, because when you get a dusty area wet, it just kind of makes everything like crumble up into little balls, and it's just harder, if that makes sense. So I just couldn't hold the vacuum long enough to dust it. I just had to go in with a microfiber cloth. So here I'm just taking everything off the counters because I don't do that very often, and I wanted to give them a good wipe down. So I'm also wiping down the tile backsplash, and then I'm just taking a Lysol wipe and kind of hitting underneath the cabinets. I think that there's a lot of splatters that happen underneath there that we forget to check. So I'm just doing that. Now I'm taking some hot water and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of Tide. It depends on how much water you put in your bowl. But I'm just going to add a little bit of Tide, and that's going to be for my cabinets to wipe them down. So while I'm cleaning my cabinets, I just wanted to share something with you guys. First of all, I wanted to share with you something that I got in my texts this week. So I follow the Minimalist, and they have a text number that you can sign up for, and they send you like weekly texts. But I thought this one just really resonated with me. It says, people visit the Container Store to purchase clutter coffins to hide their hoards. But the best way to organize your stuff isn't to store it in a basement mausoleum. The best way to organize is to get rid of the excess. And that just really spoke to me, because when I first started getting into organization, I went to the Container Store and I bought a ton of bins that I thought were going to solve my problems. Now, I did find some favorite products there, but what I found is that when I finally started getting rid of the excess, is that I didn't need all those bins. So just to be 100% honest with you guys, I'm not spending a lot of time on my appliances because we are replacing them like within the next week. So if you saw my oven cleaning, I didn't really need to clean inside my oven again. And also I was going to pull out the drawer underneath the oven, but I'm just going to do that when we replace the oven. I'll just clean it out before the installers come. So now I'm just taking some stainless steel wipes and wiping down the front of my refrigerator. This is a good time to pull out your refrigerator and clean underneath it. But like I said, I'm not going to do that today because we're getting a new refrigerator, and I'll just do that before they put in the new fridge. Also, another fun thing I've known for a little bit, but I didn't really try it until today, is that you don't have to wipe all that white stuff in as you're wiping down your refrigerator. It'll dissolve on its own. I don't really know if it dissolves or just it kind of buffs in on its own. I don't know how to explain it, but just try it one time, leave it, and then come back to it, and you'll see that all that white stuff is gone. So you don't have to spend a lot of time rubbing it. So now I'm just putting everything back on the counters and just kind of wiping it down as I put it back on. I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about something that I've kind of learned the last couple of years. And that is, it seems the more daily tasks that I do and things that I get done on a daily basis, it really helps when you start to do these deep spring cleans. It just makes everything a little bit easier. I found I wasn't except for the upper cabinets, of course, but everywhere else I was just kind of everything's pretty clean. I'm not having to do in the past years where it seemed like these turned into whole day events. Just take your time and don't feel like you have to spend the entire day on this. This probably took me, because I had to film and move stuff around, but probably a couple hours. Now, I didn't do everything that I would suggest doing in a spring clean, like cleaning the appliances and underneath appliances and stuff, but you can break it up into multiple days, however much time you have, 20 minutes a day. But I would highly encourage you just to try to do the best you can, and it'll really pay off in the long run. I'm finding that things are a lot easier now, so just something to think about for the next year. Also, if you are new here and want to support a smaller content creator, I would love to ask you to subscribe if you like what you see here. I do plan on doing a full spring cleaning series. I'm going to be hitting every room in my house. Today, I'm just literally hitting the kitchen. Also, those of you that have been around a while, thank you so much for sticking around and all of your support. I know that some of you are from my wax videos, and I really love that you guys have stuck around and are encouraging me and give me the comments and just really like lift me up. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. So now I'm just emptying the dishwasher from earlier, and we are going to sanitize it in just a moment. So thank you to my friend Marcy, who explained to me what the difference between cleaning vinegar and regular vinegar is. I know there are many different ways to sanitize your dishwasher, but I just put a cup in the dishwasher and I fill it up with vinegar, and then I run it on the sanitary cycle. I do still have my Valentine's Day stuff out. Do you guys decorate for all the different holidays? I do have Easter stuff to put out, but I just don't know if I'm ready to put it out yet. So I'm curious when you put out your Easter stuff, if you do decorate. So this is kind of the perfect example on the top of my refrigerator here. It was not that dusty because I routinely get up there and just dust it off. It makes it so much easier when you do it on a semi-regular basis. The first time I did it, it was so dusty. I mean, I was taking off layers. So just little things like that that you can do throughout the year, if you just incorporate them into like your monthly routines, can make things so much easier. So here I'm just going to start cleaning out my sink, giving it a good washing, which I do that on a pretty regular basis as well. Now I have seen some people, I think the Fly Lady method would suggest maybe filling up your sink with some hot water and a little bit of bleach. That's the best way to clean your sink if you really need to give it a good deep cleaning, but I didn't really feel like I needed to do that, so I just went in with some Dawn, well, the generic Dawn, and just gave it a good scrub. Does anyone have a preference for disinfecting wipes? I'll pick up anything. Like sometimes they'll get me like with the scents and whatnot, but most of the time I just pick up whatever's available. So I'm just cleaning my faucet here. I routinely try to do this just to disinfect it, but then we are going to move on with This Crazy Life move, I believe. Yeah, this Amanda from This Crazy Life. Let me get it together here. She routinely puts essential oils down her drain, and I think it's just such a smart idea. I'm just using something that I have from Simply Earth, but I have essential oils from everyone. So today I'm pulling out my big guns. I call this my big gun vacuum cleaner because it is strong and powerful. It is the Shark Vertex and I love it. Also, I ran into some cobwebs underneath the cabinets, which I usually try to hit that spot with my Shark Rocket, but today I needed to go for it with the vacuum cleaner. So we are in the final stretch. I am just pulling out my steam mop and I added some essential oils to it. I don't know if you guys do this, but I use that candied violet and plum, I believe it's called, from Scentsy, and the floor smelled so good while I was like using the steam cleaner. So yeah, I would definitely recommend putting some essential oils in there. It'll smell so good. And yeah, if you made it this far, you did it. You can always listen to me while you're doing your daily chores at the same time as me, and we can hang out. And yeah, you can just listen to the music or whatever. right, so we made it, you guys. So I want to be your encouragement or whatever you need to get your house in order or clean. I am over on Instagram. I think I think my link is down below, but I think it's just Kim Hart's Organizing. But thank you guys so much for watching, and please reach out anytime you want to chat or talk, and I always try to respond back. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if I missed any of your must-do spring cleaning tasks, please let me know. Have a good day.